Hello, everybody. This is still your President Donald J. Trump from one of my many kitchens at Mar-a-Lago. And as you know, one of the things I like to do during summer, or even when it's not so hot, is ice cream. I enjoy ice cream. It's sort of my favorite food, probably the best of the food groups. And I usually get many scoops of ice cream, a lot more than you. But then somebody delivered, a radical left ice cream company delivered to Mar-a-Lago, probably by mistake, Colin Kaepernick ice cream from Bernie Sanders, radical communist ice cream people in Vermont, which I don't think should even be a state. And it's called Change the World, and they misspelled world. And it's made with sunflower butter. So this is like some disgraceful ice cream. It's vegan, of course, because it's very anti-American, and it's got all this. Oh, it's fair trade. Fair trade. You know, I can tell you under Sleepy Joe, we're not gonna have fair trade because China's gonna do not fair trade. But it says, "I know my rights," and here he is with a big afro, and it doesn't. You know, I like politics out of my sports, and I definitely don't like political ice cream. And they don't even call it ice cream; they call it non-dairy frozen dessert. So I guess it identifies as a frozen dessert, not as ice cream. But we're gonna try it. You know, it's made with fudge chips, caramel, graham cracker swirls, and chocolate cookie swirls. So basically, a lot of ingredients of color is basically, except for of course graham crackers, and you can't say cracker. I can say it. I'm one of the few people. Kanye gave me permission to say the N-word, but I can also say cracker with a hard R or an A. But we're going to try it, and it's been out for a while, so it should be presidentially soft. Okay, so we're getting a little scoop. We don't want too much. We're just going to try it. So it tastes like sort of radical left, high taxes, anti-freedom, anti-guns, pro-masks. So, and you can kind of taste the very non-dairy. Yeah, it's like the ice cream hates our great dairy farmers in the Midwest. You know, the NFL just had a player for the Las Vegas Raiders come out as gay. As you can imagine, Mike, I know you should have seen Mike Pence when he heard that. I think he's already bought the guy's jersey. But, you know, to burn it, of course, to burn it at a strong evangelical rally. But I feel like that guy probably ate this ice cream. He's probably a very strong heterosexual football player, and then he had some of this radical left Kaepernick ice cream, frozen dessert, and probably just said, oh, to hell with it. So we don't really like this. This is not the best ice cream. And it's very sort of high calorie for a non-dairy frozen dessert. I identify as not an ice cream. I identify as Colin Kaepernick vegan nonsense. It's got in the whole container, we're not going to eat the whole container. It's got 1,190 calories in the whole container. That's almost 1,000 calories. Okay, that's a lot. And, you know, we're getting to the cookie swirls, okay? Like, we call that the Meghan Markle portion of the ice cream. So probably her anti-American, anti-British cookies we're now eating. Okay, those were the radical left fudge chips that I just ate. So I'm sure I'll get to they probably put the graham cracker at the bottom of the container, just to let you know that, excuse me, sir, the ice cream called me sir, the frozen dessert called me sir. It's like, oh, we have to put all the ingredients of color up top, and then after all that, maybe you'll get to the nice, hard-working American graham cracker. And you can see, we have this biracial sort of color tone to you've never seen it. You have your strawberry, you have your chocolate, you have your vanilla. This almost looks like dirty. It's like somebody clean out the radical left ice cream. Now you get this big cookie chunk, which I guess we'll eat. It's not that good, but we'll eat it. It's like I'm eating this and I start thinking of The Squad, because it's kind of like it's got that nice, like Rashida Tlaib, AOC tone, but then you get underneath and you get some radical Ilhan Omar fudge. Is it the worst ice cream I've ever had? No. But it's not that good. It's not that good, And even this one, you know what I like? When you're eating out of a pint for a while, when your manservant hasn't scooped it into a bowl for you, and you scoop around the side when it gets like soft on the side. But it probably won't be that good with this. You look at this, it's like too diverse. Just focus on the ice cream. You're making too much diversity in the cup. I would call this ice cream two diversity, one cup. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The fudge chips are actually pretty tasty. So we're gonna call those Ben Carson chips. Okay, just some non-fungible token Carson chips. So it seems we've almost reached what the radical left Food and Drug Administration would call a serving size. And then, we tried to get this changed. The FDA, with their food pyramids and their serving size. It's like the serving size, for a normal patriotic ice cream is the container. Who the hell? Oh, I'm having one serving size. This can feed a family of 9. No, it can't. Even this terrible radical left ice cream, you eat the pint. I'm not going to eat the pint, but and you notice they don't have any patriotic ice cream flavors. It's all radical left people like Colbert, Fallon, Kaepernick. What about like a Kid Rock flavor? Vanilla ice cream with white trash chocolate chips. What about that? No, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. Like a Candace Owens flavor. What would you call that? Candyland or something, and it would be like one chocolate chip in the middle of angry vanilla ice cream, yelling about all the other chocolate chips. What, you don't have that? They don't have that. Okay, I think I just tasted a piece of graham cracker, so we're back in. You know, find something redeemable about this really disgraceful ice cream. Now we're getting that nice soft ice cream on the side of the carton. Oh, that's not as good with this flavor. You know, at the end of a day of screaming racial slurs at my television all day, my voice can get kind of rough. You know, I'm doing strong rallies. But the properties of ice cream, not this ice cream, but they sort of soothe my throat. You know, almost like a, remember Ludens? Remember those cough drops? Those were great, weren't it? Never cured a sore throat, but they were just like tasty cherry candies. Or if you were stupid, you got the lemon. So far I'm not impressed with Colin Kaepernick, radical left, disgraceful ice cream. I mean, look at this. What is this, Howard University ice cream? There's like no... Okay. Another taste of graham cracker. I respect the graham cracker. Okay, it's when the founding fathers started our country, they could only have one dessert, and it wasn't chocolate. Okay, and it wasn't caramel. It was the graham cracker. They brought it over from England, and they preyed on it very strongly, and they gave it to the natives, who said, "We don't like your graham cracker," and the great pilgrims were so offended they murdered all the Indians, and that's why we celebrate graham crackers on Thanksgiving. So we got this big boulder of ice cream. Radical. Look at this. Look at this. It's like a homeless turd from San Francisco, where Kaepernick played and Nancy Pelosi rules with an iron fist of stupidity. So I don't think it's any coincidence that Pelosi and Kaepernick probably came up with this ice cream. They took a flight to Vermont and said, "Bernie, crazy Bernie, can you get a special flavor of ice cream for this radical left quarterback who doesn't stand for our flag?" And they said, "Sure." Flag, Mike, flag. Mike Pence, everybody. But, you know, I think by me eating this ice cream, excuse me, a non-dairy frozen dessert, that this is almost sort of like when Jesus, when it was put on a, you know, Easter, when he, you know, Jesus, I would have fought the charges more, but he, you know, he went to the cross. I would have, Sidney Powell wouldn't have let me go to the cross, but he did it for us, okay? And that's sort of what I'm doing. I'm eating this offensive, unchristian-like, vegan, radical left, frozen treat, so that conservatives will know, wow, sir, you actually ate the whole thing so that we wouldn't have any, because you didn't want us to get infected with radical left, crazy Bernie, Nancy Pelosi, Kaepernick, frozen treat. Thank you so much, sir. Even Jesus never ate Kaepernick ice cream to save his supporters. I don't even know the big deal. It was very difficult to get this ice cream. We had to order it directly from some sort of communist store in Vermont. I bet you Mike Pence would like to take this whole thing right now. It's like a matzo ball of ingredients of color. It's a total that's, and we like matzo balls. It's a big ball of white in strong soup. And we respected my friend Bibi Netanyahu, who loved matzo ball soup before the radical left in Israel kicked him out. I told him, Bibi, don't let them do cancel culture to you. And he said to me, sir, called me sir, he said, sir, I will not let them do cancel culture to me. And I said, that's what I like to hear, tough Bibi. But this ice cream, I mean, would it have killed them to make like a little bigger container so you're not getting so sloppy? And this is so radical left. You see this? That the container is sweating because it's never been so close to a patriot before. So it's nervous. It's like, oh no, sir. We're used to being eaten by people who hate our country. But you love the country. You're so strong. We're sweating. The container is Colin Kaepernick with his big afro is sweating. Very nervous. You can see him right here. He's so nervous. He's like, I've never been so close to a patriot before. Except for maybe Tom Brady. You know, it's a little football joke. But he's, oh, I'm putting up my fist, but I'm sweating because Donald Trump is too strong and too patriotic, and he shouldn't be eating my radical left ice cream. Well, Colin Kaepernick, just like the great American actor Daniel Day-Lewis, I drink your milkshake while I eat your non-milk based dessert. I don't want Ivanka coming in here or some great patriot and getting any of this ice cream, this radical left. We have to protect our kids. It's really about the children. We have to protect our kids from, they might see an ice cream and go, oh, I like ice cream. And I go, that's not ice cream. This is a radical left, non-dairy frozen treat, vegan. They're not Christians, they're vegans. They don't believe in the same things we do. Non-GMO. What about our great companies making GMOs? This is this is cancel culture of so many things. And then they put propaganda. Excuse me. Even I can't take all that radical left. They put propaganda on the container. Colin Kaepernick is serving up sweet justice with the non-dairyest compilation of cookies and caramel. This flavor honors Colin's activism, which of course is radical left disrespecting our troops, in pursuit of racial justice, and his portion of the proceeds from Change the World go to Know Your Rights camp. So he wants to put people in camps. This is what this ice cream is. It wants to put people in camps. You can learn more at knowyourrightscamp.com. and he's giving away his proceeds. So it's indoctrinated. It's doing strong indoctrinating of Dr. J, who was a good better doctor than Fauci, but they're indoctrinating the kids by saying, "Oh, I give away my proceeds, so we're anti-business, and then you can come to camps." And you know who had camps? The Germans. And we respect the Germans in many ways, but they didn't have non-frozen dairy garbage like this, which we didn't even enjoy, not even a little bit. So, to Colin Kaepernick, I hated your radical left ice cream. It's a total disgrace. Ben and Jerry, stay in Vermont because you're not welcome at Mar-a-Lago. And I look forward to the great reinstatement in August when Sidney Powell successfully defends me at the food court. So, do we have any more of this? We do? Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Remember not to support this disgusting, shameful, fake ice cream. It's a total fake ice cream.